It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Niners and the Commanders, all that and more. Coming up next.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, these Commanders, a last-place ball club in 2022. Well, in most cases, you'd say that was a lost season, but they finished 8-1, 500. That would have won the NFC South. What kind of a chance do you give them in what is certainly a loaded NFC East?
And you're exactly right about the division, so you have to be cautious about what you think with this team. They've got to continue to play excellent defense and get some improvement on the offensive side of the ball and establish who their quarterback is going to be.
Then for the visiting 49ers, they're exciting on the offensive side of the ball, but it's the defense that really provides a lot of stability. They were second by a whisker to the Bills in total defense a year ago.
And they have all pro caliber players at all three levels, all capable of taking over a game.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Now it's Crowder. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Commanders' offense set to go to work, and they're led by the veteran who's bounced around a bit in season number 8 now. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Brissett. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Brissett. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable in the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open man is Juwan Jennings. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, San Francisco.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Room to maneuver at the 35. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the counter, this is Robinson. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Play fake, Brissett. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And a a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a 2nd and 2. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down and 1. Here's Purdy. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
1st down, Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Brissett now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll throw again, Brissett. Buying time to his left. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Connects with Kittle underneath. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the 1 touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Throwing here, Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Dances by at the 20.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Purdy now to throw. That is caught. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Moody.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Brissett now on 2nd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good. For Commanders, 1st down.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter.
Brissett to throw on 1st.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates them because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Needed 13, they got 14 on third down.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, 33 yards. And the Commanders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Now Purdy.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts.
That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
Second down and 8.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
And they will take a knee here. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. I don't know about you, partner, but watching him take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.